Well, friends, we are live. It is my name's Troy, and today we're talking about our Cthulhu Awakens actual play, which was Revelations of the Bacchae, which was a year ago. A little over a year. This is the last time I got to see your fine faces. That we've been in communication in betwixt, trying to figure out when we do this, and here we are. So this is session 0. To sort of jog your memory, I'm going to play a little something. I'm going to turn this background music down. Folks in chat, let me know if you are able to hear us. If you've got any audio issues, sometimes we are known to bump into those. But here's a little refresher.
I'm a stranger, unwilling, unable to do what you want. You think I'm a thinker, but I'm just a singer. All rosy and pretty, just making believe. Boy, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Down to obscurity, don't let me ever be this alone. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling.
Nice. And that was us. That was all of us. That looked pretty cool, I think.
You did a good job.
We're kind of awesome.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Way more cooler than I am.
You know what's cool?
I'm in mom mode right now. So
I do have to say, May's outfit in that is. Speaking of which, let's do some intros.
All right.
Why don't we start with you, Ian?
All right. My name's Ian Lemke. I'll be the game master for this Cthulhu Awakens actual play, which is a part 2 to Revelations of the Bacchae. Well, it's really an all new adventure, but there will be connections for those of you who watched Revelations of the Bacchae. I am a developer for Green Ronin Publishing, but not for Cthulhu Awakens.
That's right.
I do Fantasy Age and I do the Expanse role playing game. I also do some stuff my own game called Nevermore, which is a game of American Gothic horror. That's it.
As if you didn't have enough to do.
No,
Awesome.
not enough.
Should we just go around when we go around, starting with Shoshi?
Hi everyone. I'm Shoshi, or Shoshana Green. I play Sophie Zella. I guess we're going to talk about characters a little bit later, or should I tell? Yeah.
Save that for.
Cool. I'm excited to be back and see what's going to happen to this character and get back and play this game again.
Hi, I'm Joseph Ford, longtime lover of tabletop role playing, and especially the Lovecraftian theme there. I'm living here in Massachusetts at the moment. And I just, I love anything that makes you go bump in the night and make you want to eat too much.
Not make you want to, or make you like
make
stress eat?
Because you're stress eating. You got to. I can tell if a game is good if I start stress eating.
You're saying Cthulhu is putting you off your feet or something, but
right. If I'm on a diet, then yeah, the game's not that good.
Nice.
That's accurate, though. I really. That is very true.
That's when you know it's working. All right, let's go with May next.
Hey, I am May Hemmer. I am now a retired, thank God, burlesque dancer. I have reached that point in my life. And my body also decided, since I announced that I was going to completely injure my MCL. So now I don't have a choice. So so now I'm focusing on what I wanted to be doing anyway, was character work. So I am currently on the Royal Courts for Carolina Renaissance Festival. And I am the queen of Festival of Legends. And I am one of the characters in the Viking experience. So I'm finally getting around to it.
Nice.
And I'm a professional costumer and everything, all that fun stuff.
Right on. Well, I'm Troy. I'm playing Jason Whitting, but I am a brand new boylesque dancer. I just started. There was an opening, and so I just decided to apply. And that would be unpleasant for all involved.
Visual proof of that.
That's right. That'll be
burlesque is for all bodies. There is no such thing as nobody that can't do burlesque. And if
Listen to
they say that,
See,
they can be trash.
I'm
You
gonna
can-
do it.
You
I'm
can
gonna
say
dance.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you. Look,
Really?
I'm telling you. Trust me.
Yeah, that's true. It is true.
And, and so what's
I'm just never doing it.
No.
now that I've said it, I'm sure something will creep up. But yeah, I work for Green Ronin Publishing. I'm the community nerd, and I do love these characters that are around the table today, the virtual table, as it were. But yeah, Ian, you want to take it away?
Sure. Well, I guess the first thing we're going to do is just talk about Cthulhu Awakens a little bit, just for a few minutes, get the boring stuff out of the way, and then we'll get into the fun stuff. So, Troy, what's going on with Cthulhu Awakens as we speak? Like,
Yes, right. It's a product. Oh shoot. You know what? I
was. Do you want me to go over the rules stuff first, and then?
Yeah, I just want to check on a status or something, but I do believe that I'll have great things to share. I just need to.
Yeah, we'll give Troy a minute there. That's cool. So I asked Malcolm for stuff, and well, anyway, for those of you who are not aware of Cthulhu Awakens, it uses the age system. If you're not familiar with the age system, it's a very simple 3d6 system where you roll 3d6 and then you add an attribute and you're trying to hit a target number. So the attributes usually range, well, it can be as low as like -2, -3, or all the way up to 7, I believe. And then you add that to your roll, and if you hit the target number, boom, you did it. Now, the cool thing about the age system is the stunts. If you roll doubles on when you roll your dice, you have to have 2 color of one die and 1 color of another die, and if any 2 of them are the same number or doubles, you get stunt points, which are equal to the number of stunt points you get or what's on the stunt die. And there's different charts and stuff and ideas, and you can make up your own as well. If you've been playing for a while, it's easy enough to say, okay, well, what would this work? But anyway, so you get to do extra cool things. So rather than telling the game master that you're going to do a flying drop kick, knock the guy in the face and disarm him, and then roll and then fail horribly, you roll your dice and see what happens. If you get a stunt, then you get to describe the cool thing that you do. It's a little bit reverse, and it takes a little bit getting used to, but once you do, I find it really kind of adds to the game. Nice. As we all know, Cthulhu Awakens, the Lovecraftian mythos, as it were, generally has something to do with losing your mind. The protagonists tend to have experience issues as they delve further into the mysteries of the mythos. We do that through alienation. Which there are actually 4 different kinds of alienation, which you can make resistance tests against. Whenever you encounter something weird, you have to make an alienation test. And it can be entities, which is that self-explanatory pretty much, but when you see a monster, you make a willpower test. Visitations, which is something, actually from some ancient gods or something that you have a vision of, and you have to make a test against that as well. That's another type of alienation. Phenomena, which is some strange things in the sky, or any kind of strange phenomena. And revelations, and that's from texts or artwork, to something you discern, something unusual or mysterious about it, and you might suffer a little bit from that. Now, the cool thing about alienation, though, is that rather than just hindering you and being a handicap, you can actually gain enlightenment through the process, and you can actually learn things that can be helpful to you, while at the same time you're getting a little shaky. So yeah, that is Cthulhu Awakens in the gist of it. If we have a chat, so I guess if anyone has any questions, Troy, call them out to me.
You bet. Yeah,
be happy to try and answer any detailed questions, but I don't want to spend forever on rules, so let's call that done.
That's right. Okay, great. Well, so just in time, because I've got some great information. What I wanted to verify was that the $5 PDF deal for pre-order print pre-order is live, and it is live. And I'm going to drop a link in chat that will take you to the pre-order of the Cthulhu Awakens, the age RPG in the Weird Century, and you pre-order that the print pre-order, and you will get the PDF for $5 extra. That's pretty awesome. Or you can buy just the PDF if you think you don't want the book, which is sure that's something you can do. That would be the PDF is $29.95, so quite a bit of savings. And now that's not a forever deal. So as we do this today, it is the 13th, Monday the 13th. I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck. It is a Monday. But you want to get in on that deal now if you haven't yet. And we've got some people in chat who have done so, which is great.
Awesome.
Yeah, we also have Roll20 support for this. And GM
And
Jones
we're going to show you a little bit of that.
GM Jones is working on it right now.
Yep.
So that's so funny. Xavier says, hey, the disembodied Troy has a body tonight. The power of Cthulhu. Yes. Yes, that's right.
I managed to
Or
bring
does
him
he?
in.
Or am I? Yeah.
Well, that
Anyway,
was my deal for running this. The first time is that Troy had to actually appear.
had to have a body. Yeah.
Yeah,
Had
have a
to
body.
apparate. Yeah.
It's like, I'll do it, but you got to play. So,
Yeah. The Weird Century is an amazing concept.
yeah, that was the thing I just wanted
Yeah.
to throw out there. When you said Weird Century, that reminded me is that Cthulhu Awakens actually describes the setting for, well, basically a century, the last century, and has a lot of different setting ideas and adventure ideas and things like that for running campaigns throughout the century, and even running connected campaigns, like the stories that connect throughout the century. So there's a lot of possibilities there with that. We are not doing anything with that yet. For this actual play, the next story is actually going to take place just a year later, which was a year since we played last. Anything else, Troy, on the front of where everything stands?
No, I think we're good. Yeah.
All right. Real brief before we get into characters, safety tools. I am going to actually send all of you a Veils and Lines thing to fill out before that first actual game, if you will, which is just basically, is there anything that bugs you, that you don't want to see during the course of the story? Are you terrified of spiders and you just really don't want to deal with that in the story? That's fine. I'll remove the spiders and make it something else. And then the other thing, there are the stop, pause, go cards, which I sent to all of you. If you want to print them out, that's great. Or if you don't have those, if something comes up and you're just like, whoa, stop, just give me this on your screen, or the stop card, either one. If it's slow down, put up a hand in front of the screen, and I'll slow it down and figure out where the bumps are, and we'll go from there. So yeah, there you go.
I also want to mention, if you are feeling a little trepidatious about sort of making a motion on the screen, you can also use private chat and sort of send a message saying, "Hey, I need us to take a break or just stop so we can talk about it." And we will actually just go to break and have a chat and do so off the stream with no questions asked. We'll just get into it. So don't fret.
I guess I like that, but yeah, the hands thing can be a secondary, but it's like if it's like an immediate, that we'll see it right away, or I'll see it right away and shut up, Whereas if I'm blathering on, I might not glance over at chat initially. So, but yeah, sounds great.
Cool.
So that's that. I guess we're gonna discuss characters, and feel free to go into as much as you want at this point. If you have any ideas for what's happened, what you've done in the last year, what your character's been up to. If not, we'll talk about it afterwards, and probably talk about it afterwards anyway. So we should go in reverse order this time. I think we should start with May.
I agree.
Unless... Okay.
Okay, wait. You can go elsewhere if you want.
No, I'm kidding. That's my production assistant.
Nice, very nice.
Perfect timing.
That's what I'm gonna say. He's giggling. Live entertainment, everybody.
Ava Louvier?
Louvier. So
Louvier.
I'm playing Ava Louvier. And she a year ago she was an aspiring actress working in a coffee shop as a barista. However, she comes from money, so they're kind of floating her until she lives her dream, i.e., she's a trust fund baby. So after the last event, she kind of was a little weirded out. But I think it was a little bit more of a push in the right way. Are we talking about what they've been doing in the last year now?
You sure can.
Sure.
You talk about as much as you
Okay.
want, and then we'll bring it all together at the end.
Okay, cool. So essentially, she was working at the coffee shop, and she lit a fire under her butt after all the weird stuff and thought it was like a sign that she was going to die. So she actually is a chorus girl now on Broadway. Making money-ish, but still working at a coffee shop. That's the short and long of it, of what I thought about.
Hey, it's
a lot.
Keeps you in touch with the people too. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was Black as Hell was the name of the coffee shop.
Yes.
Like it.
All right. What was the order after that, Troy?
Why don't we go with? Yeah, let's go up. Let's go up to Shoshi.
All right. Yeah. So I'm playing Sophie Zella. She was a gay teenage runaway from like upstate, way upstate New York, tiny little town. Basically got kicked out of her town, sort of. Like she got herself out of there. Got herself to New York City, but she fell in with some rough folks, became kind of like a small-time drug dealer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. And got hooked, was hooked on heroin. She was living on the streets, and she was squatting in an abandoned house. And Felix, was it just Felix, or did you have Team Spooky at that time?
Team
Oh,
Spooky was
yeah.
around, but it was you who actually helped him along, and donations from your other job, your pharmaceutical job.
Legal
Your
donations.
pharmaceuticals. Right.
Yeah.
Pharmaceutical job.
Yeah. But basically they saved her. They were investigating the abandoned house because of a supposed haunting. And she was basically overdosing and had sort of a paranormal experience while that happened, and was like, all right, that's it. I'm all in on Team Spooky. And it helped her get clean. And she does want to go fully clean. And I think that's kind of what's happened over the next year, is that after this experience, she's like, okay, you know what? I can't, this really weird, terrifying thing happened. And she doesn't want to be a part of anything that would lead anyone else there. Her whole thing is she needs to save people the way she got saved. She's got to repay the world for the bad things that she's done. So I think Team Spooky has expanded a little bit, and is maybe doing some after school activities, and it's a way that they can have sort of a nonprofit and get some funds, and Sophie feels like she's sort of giving back to the community. She's a little bit let me turn my chair around, kids, and tell you about the street.
Yeah.
So sort of maybe helping with the rehab programs, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kids off the street.
And especially for younger people.
Okay, no, that's great.
Nice. Yeah.
No, Joe, I guess you're next.
My character is Felix Krychek. So if any of you guys out there in TV land can figure out where that name comes from, you get extra bonus points. And he's based on that. He is the ultimate conspiracy theorist. He is a graduate of Miskatonic University in social studies and paranormal activities, and you name it. And won't go too far, but basically Felix is a true believer. He is one of those people who knows there's a veil from the mundane people, and there's something over that veil.
And you went there.
Well, this is before you went there. You know?
Yeah, I know. And then you did go there.
He knows it's just on the peripheral of his eye, and he's dedicated. And in his junior year at Miskatonic, he started up a group called Team Spooky. He's not really the leader, but he was bringing people, like-minded people that believe, who had experiences who no one else would believe, and he got them organized together, and they put out newsletters, they investigate strange happenings. Somewhere around this time, around the senior year, he realized, it just seems like we're always just a day late or just missing it, and you start to believe maybe there's something more to this, because we just keep missing it. And at about that time, he ran into Sophie. He saw a kindred spirit, and with their event, and she has saved his life more than once, because Felix sometimes can get so driven, so on point, that he forgets the real world, and Sophie is his anchor to the real world, and he sees both of them as Sundance, Butch and Sundance. That's the way, that's his sister, and then what happened a year ago, which, there was a point where he was about to give up, because he was just thinking, I have no money, I lost my girlfriend, everything just seems to be working against me. This is going to be the last investigation. Sophie and him went to New York, met up with Ava. They went on this adventure, and it changed everything. Everything he thought was true. He knew it was there, and since that year, he's been hyper motivated. There's no left or right with him. He's, this is it. He's not to a point where he's willing to hurt people, but he feels that he has to do this to save humanity. Is that they're on the front lines, and and strangely enough, suddenly donations come in. There's more people joining the group. Just weird. He's thought about it at first, and it's like, we went from, no donations, free bag lunch to, hey, we actually have a small little storefront now, and we're not rich by no means, but we can afford a camera now, And he doesn't even really question weird all. At first he thought, well, Sophie's doing her pharmaceutical stuff, but when you do the math, even she can't sell that much, stuff. Though, so he's not really sure
where the money's coming from.
Right. He just knows he's got to go. Now
he got fans out there.
Right. He's not rich by no means, but he is, he is driven. And the one thing for him is that he wants to protect people, and Sophie would be on the top of that. That's the one, that, and to a lesser extent, Ava and Jason. He likes Jason because Jason is science.
Also, just handsome and really funny.
Hey, wait.
I'm going to go with science, but you can go with that.
Wait,
you can go with that.
Wait. Why does he like me? You just skipped it. And Ava and Jason, because science. And I'm like,
well, he likes
I think
Ava,
we went through a bonding experience.
Because when they have to get into some place where, like a party or something, it's like, hey, Ava. Hey, could you do it?
Hey, girl.
Hey, but Ava saved our butts several different ways, like with some of her acting skills and some of her ability to just sort of walk into the room and kind of command a presence.
Yes, strangely, acting skills were very important.
Exactly,
Yeah.
I remember when people was trying to give her a job, she was rolling perfect. I mean, she was rolling these great roles. Remember, she had a job in Hollywood.
Oh, that too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's right.
And Jason was the guy from NASA. So
that's right. Yeah.
So let's go to Troy. Jason Whitting.
Yeah. So just as a quick catch up, Jason Whitting worked at NASA, and in the course of watching looking into space, saw anomalous and freaky stuff, and got sort of, couldn't unsee it, and just couldn't stop thinking about it, given his expertise in sort of non-Euclidean, et cetera, and went to New York to hook up with Krychek and the rest to look for Team Spooky, to kind of having read a little bit about, and using my powers of science to track them down, and then having experienced this with everyone. I think over the course of the year, I would feel both like, bonded and responsible for the safety of everybody, just because of what we experienced, just to be able to say, okay, we did experience that, right? That was real, right? And sort of on the edge a little bit. But I think that, like everybody else, once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, and it becomes something just it becomes a driving force. And so I see myself as being a part of helping run the storefront, utilizing my science to help procure, and utilize tools and things. And I will say this, I think that, Jason, his experience on the other side, and wherever we went, one of the things that he had done is, before we got out of the car, May had a bunch of jackets in the trunk.
Yes. And
I put one on and wore it, and I think I have a fondness for May, maybe even a crush, a little bit. But we're it is definitely that sort of familial, and we want to stay around each other, and I mean, I do anyway, around everybody. Whether or not you want to stay around me is a different story. But but yeah, that's kind of
tuxedo jacket.
That's right. That's right.
Smile.
And so I feel like so over the course of the year, it's just really been going deeper into down the rabbit hole, and just sort of talking to people who show up out of the blue, and trying to discern whether they're just sort of having a little reality shift of their own chemical making, or if they're actually reporting on something. And also with a sneaking suspicion that even people who come in and not necessarily know there's some cosmic influence, that they may be reacting as a sensitive spirit to the shenanigans.
All right, that sounds good. I was gonna give a full recap, or a little recap of the last of Revelations of the Bacchae, but I think if for new people coming in right now, they might want to go back and watch it between now and when we pick up. So we'll do that recap at the beginning of the next session, when we're actually officially starting. But just loosely, they went to a play of The King in Yellow. And they met some people. It was a little bit, there was some weirdness that went on, and suddenly everything went dark. And when it came back, it looked like they were sort of on the set, or in the set. And they realized that they were in a living play, somehow that they had been transformed somewhere, and were part of the play. So they actually had to sort of pretend they were in the play at parts, but then they had breaks in between. But anyway, you can watch Revelations of the Bacchae. Troy, were you able to put up a link eventually for that? Just so people could find it easy?
You bet. Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to mention that I will put that link. It is definitely in our YouTube. But
to search it.
Yeah, absolutely. I will get that to you here momentarily. The other thing that I wanted, what did I want to mention? Oh, I wanted to ask, was there some kind of braziers?
Yes.
Involved, like some kind of fire or something?
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if I was remembering. As I recall, there was a smoke that came out and more or less knocked you all out. and then when you awakened, you were somewhere else.
Dun, dun, dun.
So moving on, I guess, or I don't know. Is there anything else you all want to discuss? It sounds like you sort of did bring in all the interactions you've had, or a lot of interactions you've had between stories. Nothing. You've probably done a number of other investigations investigations, but not turning much of anything up at this point, over the course of the year. But, is there any highlights of interactions any of you may have had with each other, or anything you want to add to that? I don't know. Did you all go to Ava's opening, the first show she was in?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I wore a jacket.
Wore the jacket.
Look, he probably still has the jacket that Ava gave him.
I'm wearing the shit out of this jacket.
You're like, you know what? I'm gonna get my money's worth. I know that Ava probably would have for sure somehow helped direct funds towards the spooky stuff because A, she has disposable income. B, now she knows cool people and like, hey, why don't you support this? Do it now.
I love it.
That would explain it. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be at least part of it.
I think there was definitely a night where Sophie was like, Ava, like, okay, I'm giving up the part-time drug dealing, but I do like have some stuff left over. Like, do you think your theater friends would want to like party with it? And they just had a night where like she and Ava and like all the friends she's made at her theater job kind of like got a little blitzed and hung out in New York City.
Look, and now Sophie is all her Broadway friends' favorite.
That's right.
But I'm done now. No more.
I'd be like,
Well,
dang,
you know,
she
that's-
retired.
That feels like a good point to play on. Maybe there is a moment where, like, now that you're like, I'm done with all this, we ask you every once in a while, hey, can we deal with some, some of the darker aspects of what you did as a drug dealer? Like maybe a pharmaceuticals representative. Yeah. But it seems like a fun kind of interplay of that, like, hey, I just stopped dabbling in this world because of, and maybe there's a little friction or something there that can help. Tell a story anyway.
Yeah.
That was all a lot of cool, positive stuff. Was there anything, were there any repercussions negatively for each of you, after, what you dealt with, dreams or recurring dreams or whatever? I'm just curious.
Everything is great for all of us. Everything is fantastic.
That's fine. If it is, if you all just put it behind you,
there's a couple things with Felix. If you guys remember, like Tony Stark, that after he had his brain messed with, he started to become a little obsessive about protection. And that's where Felix is starting to go down that road, where when he's not, he's not telling Sophie that he's worried about protection now, not for himself. So he's actually funneling a few of the funds to get, guns or people who knows how to use them. He hasn't gone too far in it because he doesn't know anything about know anything about this world. But he believes in something that he hasn't told her, which he feels this is one of the guilty things he feels that he hasn't confided her. But he feels that there needs to be a side of Team Spooky that's willing to bring the smoke when it has to. And this is a bad thing for him. This is not something he should be doing. Right. But right now he saw that, it's true, it's dangerous, and his friends were in danger, and he felt a little like he couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
And that haunts him. That really haunts him a little bit. It's coming from a good space, but it's going to probably lead bad.
Right. To some conflict and
right. Like Tony Stark with the thing, he wanted to save the world, and then he built killer satellites.
Right.
Honeydale, Spider-Man. In his mind, he's doing the right thing, but the thing where it's not the right thing, he hasn't confided into the one person he tells everything to.
I was going to say as a kind of addition to that, because I feel that that's sort of the direction that my character would go as well. Is just sort of feeling like the world is unhinged in a way that I can't even connect to now. Now I'm going to protect or really sort of do all that I can do to sort of protect the people that I know that have gone through it, that maintain sort of this touchstone to reality for me, and it still experienced the weirdness, the place that we went. And so I think maybe you and I might have a little bit of a secret from the other, characters or the other players, and we're dabbling in some, whatever this is, this overprotective sort of. It sounds a little patriarchal, nonsense, but we're wrapped up in it and try not to say anything because we know it'd be weird.
My character's drive is protector.
Yeah.
And that's good on one side, but then I'm looking at the dark side of that where
become obsessive. Yeah.
And if you remember, my character had a psychotic incident
right
when he went into that room and he saw something and he wasn't good when he came back out.
I remember that. That's right.
Oh yeah.
So did Sophie or Ava have any?
Yeah, I think so. Like, when Sophie was dealing, like, it was marijuana and heroin mostly, and that's because that's what she wanted to use because she needed something to kill the pain and bring her down. And after this experience and feeling so driven, I think that actually made it kind of easy to quit those things. But I think she's been having really bad dreams, and so does not want to sleep. So it was easy that helped her avoid those drugs. But I think she's been having really horrible nightmares, and in this time period, it's pretty easy to get some uppers. They'll prescribe them to you. So I think she's but they're legal. She's not a drug user. They're legal. They're just helping her stay awake because she hasn't been able to sleep because, and she's got to help these kids. She's got to do all these things. So I think she's edging towards an addiction with that in the other direction. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I could see the nightmares even starting when you got off of heroin, because that would have been, traumatic in and of itself, and often involves visions and things like that. So, and maybe they just never stopped, after that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. How about Ava?
She's definitely having nightmares after, even though she was I'm gonna hold it together, and she probably wouldn't had a breakdown after all that. But since she's not really sleeping that well, she is turning to the old standby of self-medication. And by self-medication, I mean she's hitting the bottle. She may or may not be having a four-finger pour of scotch every night to help calm her nerves.
Oh, this will be great because the story is going to open with you all getting off a plane from an airport.
Nice. Someone's hit the mini bottles of
It happens.
No,
Ava. I was going to say, Ava's in first class, and that is nonstop free drinks up there.
Yes,
that's right.
More.
That's right.
Whoa. And it's not like bottles; it's glasses.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
That's right.
All right. I think that gives us an idea where people are at this point. And so it does sound like it sounds like three of you have remained very connected with Ava sort of dipping in and out, periodically, dipping in and out of your life.
I will say I think that I've talked to Ava quite a bit.
Okay. All right. So
yeah.
Jason's hanging out with Ava a good bit, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I will take that all into consideration when we.
You are such a lucky GM. We've given you so much to work with.
Oh yeah, I really could just write something off of this, but I already have the follow up basically in mind. But we'll see. So I can plug some stuff in certainly.
Hey, I do want to say if folks want to catch up on the journey that has been us, we've got 4 episodes. I didn't realize we had done 4.
Yeah.
But they are substantial. They're entertaining. They are amazing, and so you'll want to check those out. The link is in chat. But also, if you just happen by our YouTube page, you will find a Cthulhu. I think I call it the repository. But that's the Cthulhu Awakens stuff that we've done to date. And I made sure to move all of the. I don't think I have them in the right order because I wasn't smart and didn't label them as such. But when I can play a video, I'll make sure I put those in order. But yeah, go check that out.
Awesome. Yeah, and you'll be up to date on the story then. But you don't need to be. To be clear, I'm going to give a little recap of short recap of what happened with the revelations of the Bacchae. And so you don't need to know the story, but if you want to be more a part of it, check it out. So I think the final thing we're going to do tonight is level up. I wanted to give you all some XP or levels from that adventure, and I'm going to just be generous here, and because I just sort of like to push things a little bit, actually give you all 2 levels. One from the adventure, and just say one just from the year of life, essentially, because I'd like to go a little bit higher level and see what we can do with that. So I don't know if any of you have the rule book available. If you don't, that's fine. I'm just going to go through everything step by step. You do want to get your character sheets, which are on the Roll20, which we will be sharing with everyone next time. Not this time because I don't have it set up good and it's ugly.
Real quick, a quick question for you. So, are we moving to level 3 then?
Yes, you're going to move to level 3. Okay, from level 1 to level 3.
I got the power.
And hey, if we end up doing a third one at some point, I'll do another 2 levels, assuming all of you are alive.
What?
I didn't kill anyone last time,
right?
You
tried. You tried. Close.
You all just made really good decisions. You really did. I was impressed with. I mean, I know you felt like you were fumbling, but you were supposed to feel like you were fumbling. That was part of. You were supposed to feel disassociated from the world. But you all, when it came down to it, you made the right decisions. I mean, there were some really bad decisions you could have made. But anyway, so level advancement. You get the following each level. 1, you get +1 to an ability of choice. And I want to ask each of you if you can, just for my benefit, I'm trying to think where to do this. Probably in the persona page. Character notes would be good. Okay. Just to put what you actually do. Like you can actually make the changes on your sheet, but to actually just let me know I put +1 here and +1 there. And
so I got you. Okay.
Just so I can see where you increase things. So what was I saying? I don't know. You get +1 to 2 ability scores of your choice. You can add those to, if you have a negative in something, if you feel like you've been working on that, you can bring that up from -2 to -1 or -1 to -2. Feel free to talk about your characters a little bit as we do this if you want to.
You said +2, right?
Yeah, 2. But you can, it can be 1 and 1 or 2 to 1.
Okay,
actually, I'm going to say you do need to make it 2 different ones. You can't add 2 to 1.
Okay.
1 advancement. In fact, you can't increase the same ability 2 levels in a row according to the rules. So.
And what's the max ability again?
Oh, you're not going to hit the max. Max before you have to start paying more points is going to 6.
Oh, okay.
When you're going from 5 to 6, ability to 6 or 7 requires 2 ability advancement points.
Okay, so this is the accuracy, communication, constitution, dexterity. Those, yes, gotcha.
Those. So you can do whatever you want, but also think about what you may have learned during the story, at least for one of them, and then maybe what you were working on yourself,
Yeah, I was just going to say, just real quick, given the state of my mental scenario, that I will go probably fighting because I'm going to be practicing and
you said that
try to do something, and then I'm going to add 1 to my -2 of where the frig is it? It was
-2 strength.
Yeah, strength. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, Shoshi, but like I could see Sophie, taking that -2 willpower to -1.
Well, I was
Or not.
thinking about that because I'm like, has her willpower gotten better, or
Well,
has
maybe
she
it
just
hasn't.
substituted a different
Sure.
addiction? I was thinking I might. So I think she would put one more in fighting because
Wow.
like that's. Yeah, I mean she's kind of a bruiser. Like,
Yep. Takes her to 4.
Yeah. Just because of like the experience there, and like that's
Okay.
I think she'd keep training,
Yeah.
especially now that like she's focused and like trying to get healthier.
Right.
and-
I would. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I never said that. I could see that because I went one more in fighting too.
Everybody want one more in fighting.
Right,
Yeah.
because it's like he doesn't, I gotta protect people. I gotta, and
Right.
I can see him and Sophie, doing the Taekwondo class or whatever the class is.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
And then I was thinking about the other ones because she's sort of like gone into a new career now that she's more like helping out with Team Spooky. It's really more of like a nonprofit. She's kind of like doing the youth outreach. So I was thinking like it could be intelligence or it could be communication.
Okay.
Both feel like they
Yeah.
could work for what happened. I'm not sure which is better.
I added one to my communication because I thought, because now he's trying to spread the word more.
Yeah. Maybe intelligence. I mean, because I could see doing intelligence.
Well, she is a dropout. Like she's a high school dropout. So like
that has nothing to do with.
Well, but I'm saying
Yeah.
maybe. Well, yeah, not with your like raw, but maybe she's trying to get her GED.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. So yeah, put it wherever you want, but yeah, the intelligence would work. Cool. And Ava, any thoughts?
I went ahead and took away my -1 in accuracy. Because why not? But I did add 1 to perception, just so she can reenact the movie Nope. So if there's something that she's just like, nope, she'll just be like, this is not a good idea. I can tell this is not a good idea. Everything looks terrible. I'm leaving. Like you should too. But yeah, that's the 2 I put it in. I mean, she has brawling because catch these hands. But that's really all I've done. I don't really see in her having strength. And since she's been hitting the bottle, I don't know about her willpower so much.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to take that one out of fighting. I think that he wants to be a better fighter, but it's more he's doing more strength training because he doesn't really know how to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got our ability advancements. Next, you get focus advancements. Your focuses are the things that are written underneath the various attributes, like sleight of hand, empathy, streetwise, guns, brawling, occultism, history, things like that. Investigation. So you get to add 2 of those now. And to do that, you go to the focuses tab and you just do a plus for the one that you want and just type in the name of it and it'll show up on the front of the character sheet.
This would be where having the book open would be.
Yeah, let me here. I'll tell you what. I'll pull up focuses here so like if anybody doesn't have it, that we can talk and.
Yeah. I'll pull. I'm sorry. I was setting up the stream and missed this, but let me get
That's fine. We're all just getting started here.
Just all trying to make it work.
Yeah. Where are focuses?
How many points do we have to spend in that?
You get 2 focuses.
I'm over here trying to. I had.
Found them?
Oh, okay. Two more focuses?
Yes. 1 for each level.
What was that, me?
No,
So
I was like,
it's
I have Oh, there it is. Never mind. I know I have this book, and I'm trying to find it in my download.
So it's not
Well,
increasing.
I'm
it's
glad
not
that you found
increasing the
yours.
focus.
No, but it's gained 2 new ones. I mean, you can do that, but I'm just making it easy at this point. I'm going to go with the 2 new ones. You can add a new focus to your choice. A new focus provides +2 bonus in the related ability test. You cannot take a focus linked to the same ability 2 levels in a row. At level 6 and higher, you can enhance a focus that you already have. So you can't do that yet. You can only buy new ones at this point, which really you probably want to do. For those of you who haven't played the age system, when you're making your test, your 3d6 test, and you add your ability score, if you have a focus in that test, you get to add an additional +2. Simple as that. So I'm trying to find focuses and failing utterly. Does anybody know what?
I'm just doing Control F until I find the right thing.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, there's plenty of focus
That's the way to do
written
it.
in here, but I don't know if it's the right one. Because there's 807 options. Oh wait, hold on. Here we are. I found it. It's page 41. Page 41.
Nice. Yeah. Yep. 41, 42. So there are focuses under each ability. I'm just going to blather here a little bit about that. You know, like under accuracy is, you know, your guns and missile weapons and things like that. Under communication or things like bargaining, deception, disguise, etiquette, expression, gambling, investigation, constitution, stuff like stamina, swimming, running. Dexterity is acrobatics, forgery, driving, piloting, sabotage, sleight of hand, stealth, all that. Fighting is any kind of weapons, stabby stab, or be hit in any way. Intelligence focuses are all over the place. Stuff like, you know, art, anthropology, chemistry, computers. I will say like a little bit of computers at this point would not be harmful in this one.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Hey, real quick, I want to just reflect. Sundance Kid asked about Sundance Kid 007 asked about BTT support.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely working on it. Literally, Jonesy was in chat saying, "I'm working on this. I'm listening to this while I'm working on that." So there's that, and then I like this too. So Sundance said, "Looking forward to this because I want to see the Bond stuff as well as the alienation mechanic in action."
Yes, the bonds will definitely come into play,
Cool.
and we're going to talk. I'm going to talk with the players a little bit more about those behind the scenes, but I'll get into them during the story. And when you suffer alienation and such, you can actually get bonds as well based on things. But we'll get into that more as we hit it. But yeah, some more technical type things, which I notice you all don't have a lot of, you know, like electronics or computers, or, you know, could be useful.
I think that's the what. No, I've got a lot of that.
Do you?
Well, I'm working at NASA.
It's in NASA.
I know, but I didn't know if you actually. I was looking at what you actually have. Is
hang out at the solar yurt. Yeah,
you have research and physics, astronomy, research, and physics.
Yeah.
Research is good, definitely.
Yeah. So I probably want to do not so much computey stuff, huh?
No, computers is good. Computers will be good.
No. I'm saying on my current. I'm looking
on
at
your current sheet. No, you don't have it on your.
I'm gonna do that.
I have a question in case I missed it. So the focuses that we're adding,
yes.
Does it have to be under the ones that we updated?
I'm not sure you're asking. Sorry.
So, like, if I updated my perception.
Oh, no, it can be anything. Okay. It can be any focus. It does not have to be related to the ability that you just updated. No.
Cool.
Totally can be anything you want. And please do note these on the under the persona section, like I was saying.
Well, I had the same question, May. I'm glad you asked that.
Yes, you can take anything you want. It's all yours. The world is your oyster, as it were.
It's fun looking through all of them.
We're in Cthulhu land. It's not an oyster.
It's always an oyster.
Yeah, a big giant oyster that swallows cities, maybe, but that's it. Or your soul. That's
I mean, yeah.
How are we doing?
I'm having a challenge downloading this.
My guy is going to take forensics because he's definitely more into the investigation part, and he's definitely going to take persuasion because he needs to talk. He's been talking to people more.
All right,
spreading the word.
Cool.
Troy, let me think here. What do you just if you can't get it open, that's fine. But like, what I can probably help you with, like,
it's just loading forever. But
what are you thinking? What kind of thing would you want to increase?
I kind of came into it without a predisposition. But I think that I think I've got like my intelligence is pretty high, and I'm just thinking of like what that would. I think that I'm probably going to want to double down on technology,
electronics.
Yeah,
I mean,
just electronics straight
you're
up.
working. Yeah, I mean, there's an electronic skill.
Yeah,
focus,
like
rather.
that. And so what if I do electronics, and was the other computers?
Computer. Yeah.
Computer.
There's also security, which if you're working on security devices and such, that would.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds kind of in line with the vibe. The general.
So maybe computers and security.
Computer, or is it computers?
Whichever computer.
Okay, if it doesn't matter, yeah, okay.
No,
and then so security or versus what?
I was saying security or electronics, either one. Electronics is more generic, knowing and making electronic devices in their operation. Security is more focused on security, like now in its intelligence stat as well. Knowing about different security devices, systems, protocols, and personnel, basically.
Oh, I when your GM says, "Hey, maybe you ought to think about this," I think I ought to think about that.
Well, either one of those would. I'm just saying.
He's not saying take assault rifle. That would be
right. I'm gonna do security. I think it fits with my motivations.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Security and computers. Both of those are intelligence, right?
Yep, both are intelligence.
Nice.
I too am at a loss because I went ahead and added empathy so she can like read people's emotions and their like how they're feeling. However, I mean, for her communication, like I already have etiquette and leadership and expression and persuasion. I have a lot of those. So I don't know. Like I was thinking like maybe she should take courage because she's a little chicken, or initiative, acting quickly. Like I'm not really.
Well, what have you been doing for the last year, and what did you learn about? I mean, it doesn't, sometimes taking a focus in a attribute that you aren't really good at is good. You do have a high intelligence, so take anything you took under there would be pretty high. Would be doing really good. I mean, maybe. Well, you got a lot of people with occult, so probably don't need another occultism. Trying to think what might be current affairs. Is a intelligence, I think.
Current affairs.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see it now.
Yep. Is intelligence focused. That seems in line with the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because the only fighting thing is like last ditch. I'm gonna throw hands, so I'm not trying to be a full on like gun fanatic.
Right.
So it may be hobnobbing with the story makers and the people who are, yeah. It feels right.
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's do.
I mean, are you just nervous about things in general? Like maybe a searching or seeing perception focus might, you're just more aware of what's going on around you, kind of.
See, that's what I was wondering because like she already, I mean, technically she's empathy just to, but I'm not sure, but we have plenty of people with occultism. Yeah. Do we have, I'm trying to think if we already have a leadership thing, that doesn't make sense.
You have leadership too.
Oh, just kidding. Kidding. I don't know. I really think maybe current affairs. No, I don't know. I'm
mean,
really
that's a
torn. Like,
good
there's
one.
so many options, but I think
You
that
get
might help.
two. You get two.
I already blew one in empathy. So
You did add the empathy. Okay.
yeah, I added empathy. No, you're fine.
I think
You
the
know,
current affairs
psychology
sounds
is always a good one.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah.
does that? I mean, I'm fine with it if you have a good reason for it. Maybe just due to what happened, you did a lot of research on,
Yeah, her research is Glenlivet. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is probably, you know what? Why not current affairs? Because there might
Yeah.
be some weird stuff that's happening with these cults,
Absolutely.
and I don't know.
Yeah.
They just
Politics.
bull crap.
But it's politics, newsworthy events, and pop culture. I mean, that's your world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Add
Yeah,
it
your character, and then
under-
also just things that you'd be drawn to pay more attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So go to the party. Danger, Will Robinson leaves. Like,
All right. Did we not cover anyone? I think.
I added fighting,
Okay.
brawling.
Nice.
I figure like even if Felix didn't keep up with the Taekwondo lessons and like wanted to focus more on like strength training, I think Sophie was really into it.
Okay.
And also like when you're trying to get off drugs, it's great to like be a part of a lot of activities to keep you distracted.
Yep.
So I think she's like, I got to go to class every Tuesday. Like I got to be there. And then I also added one in willpower, which I know might not quite make sense, but I saw morale.
Yep.
And that really seems to be her character, where like she doesn't really care about herself, but like if other people around her are not doing well, she's like, all right, I know what to do. I gotta like.
So yeah, I mean, it makes it.
Yeah,
taking morale would compensate for your -2. Essentially, it would even it
but
out.
but only in very specific instances, which I think really works for her character. Like she doesn't have willpower for some things at all, but like for this one particular area.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Then just trying to get back to the gaining levels. So last thing is talents. Choose a new novice talent or the next degree of one of the talents you already have. So if you go to your talents tab, it should show what you already have, which doesn't seem to be the case on all of them. But I have the old thing here. Where are the characters thing? Pull that up. Like Ava, I know, had affluent.
really?
Talents start on page 57, 58.
57. I had because that part.
Yeah, you had affluent, and you'd written aesthete. I'm not sure. Oh, it's aesthete. Okay. You have a refined appreciation of art, beauty, food, and culture. Those are the two you had. You have both of those at novice. So you could increase, and you get 2 here. So you could increase one of those to expert if you want, or you could take a novice in something else. So you might want to look.
Hold on. Yeah, come back to me because I'm trying to get to page 57.
I just wanted to go over that because it wasn't on your character sheet. I know.
Yeah, I may ask again. That's why I'm saying that. I was like, let me just find a page.
Oh, they're under qualities on here. There you go. If you look under qualities.
Oh, just kidding. Okay. Oh, there we are. Okay.
What page is that?
Not.
The actual talents are on page 50. Start on 57. Really 58, but. And like,
so let's see.
Felix, you had bookworm and observation. Should have been under talents. They were under qualities on here. So yeah, you had bookworm and observation. So again, you can take a second. You can take the expert level of either of those or both. Don't look under talents. It's under qualities. There you go.
What I'm going to do is take contacts. I'm going to have a government contact.
All right.
I want my own deep throat.
Well, That's not really how that works.
Contact?
You can make a contacts allows you to attempt to make a contact out of an NPC with a neutral or better attitude towards you. So it would have to be an NPC that comes up during the story.
Oh, okay. So I can't. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a contact. It's a talent at making a contact.
Shoot. Okay. All right. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, help me out here now. What am I doing? I'm looking at her qualities.
Now you could either do the expert levels of the ones that you already have, or you can take entirely new ones.
Okay.
There's a bunch. Talents is like what that. These are your the things that really make you in some
right. Yeah. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the.
Yeah, you had observation and bookworm.
Yeah, where did I? What tab
in
is
this
that
direction?
on? That's under qualities. You said.
Yeah, it's listed under qualities for some reason.
There we go. Bookworm. Okay, gotcha. And so then I have bookworm, and then what did you say I have?
You have book. I'm sorry, you have bookworm and membership and NSA. I was looking at Felix.
NASA. Yeah.
Yeah. NASA, not NSA.
Yeah, and so then do I want to add?
You can either go from novice level to expert level in those, or you can or you can choose entirely new ones at novice level.
Okay. I think I just want. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
If you all want to take some time between games, we're moving on time here. We don't have to.
We are.
Forever.
Yeah.
If you just want to do these between games,
some homework then it would be to kind of read up and pick.
Read up and figure out which two. Okay. I'll send out a little thing.
Great.
To everybody. So we'll be set.
Yeah, I like that. I like that better. Just so
I got it. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do.
So. In fact, the rest of it gets into some stuff as well, which is specialization editions and bond edition you're going to get as well. So, but why don't we leave that for between games? I'll just send out an email and
sure.
Here's your options and
all
that. Because I think you were talking about wrapping up around 9-ish or starting to wrap up. So
yeah. So we don't want to take too terribly long for this session. About an hour and a half ish. But I did want to talk about just the real struggle, the real challenge that we are facing is not Cthulhu, but scheduling.
That's challenge of all gaming groups.
Every gaming group runs into it, and so to attack that demon, I was thinking why don't we try to look to the next time we can all get together and sort of say, this works, that doesn't work, and we can also do that offline if you're more comfortable with that notion. You look like you have.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't know if you had statement fingers or.
No, I was doing.
So are we saying so? As far as let's do this real fast. Looking at Saturdays and Sundays in the next couple weeks, are Saturdays and Sundays a good thing or a bad thing? And you can kind of just sort of go, or or talk about it.
Sorry, I was muted. So I'm actually good pretty much after this weekend. This is my last weekend of Ren Fair for me. So I can make those work.
So let me take a look then. So this is after this next weekend. We're looking then. Oh, so we're probably going to skip over the 24th and the 20th.
Well, do we want to consider a weeknight or do we definitely want weekends?
That's true. Savior says scheduling, the true bane of all gaming. Let's start with this. What weekends work, and then we can also just dive into weekdays too. So it looks like maybe the first weekend of December is on the table. Okay, and so then during the week, we've either got. What are we looking at? The week of the 27th. When's Thanksgiving? Isn't this a month where Thanksgiving happens? Isn't there some kind of thing?
It's the 23rd.
It's the 23rd. Okay. Yeah.
What's everybody doing next Monday?
Is it the 20th?
I will be driving home from Charlotte late because I have to pull my camper.
21st?
I have to clean it on the 20th.
Tuesday.
Oh yes. Oh no,
I
Tuesday
can't-
I have
I
D.
can't-
Tuesday I have
That's Tuesday.
D&Ds.
It's a little close to Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that was as far as I was gonna go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it could do
Yeah.
Monday or
And I-
Tuesday, but that's
Yeah,
all
I
right.
got
How we
in-laws
looking-
coming in.
The
How we looking for-
27th
Yeah.
I could do.
See, I will still have family in, and that's
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be yeah.
Yeah.
It's too close the other way. Thanksgiving to the
Yeah.
holidays.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to do then maybe? Well, how does Tuesday look?
I can't do the Tuesday.
28th.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Wednesday. Do I
no.
hear Wednesday?
I could do Wednesday.
At this time, I can. Yeah.
The 29th. So we're looking at
Um,
Wednesday the 29th.
Wednesday sucks for me.
Okay.
Do we
could-
want to? So sorry.
I could do Thursday too,
Thursday's okay.
I think.
Thursdays work. Friday night, I have I do a podcast about sumo wrestling. So I can't. That's at like 7 p.m. Pacific.
Thursday
I
is
could make
not
a
great for me,
Thursday
but I'll do it.
Oh, dang.
No, it's
And
fine.
Right.
This is
He
my
is just
job,
like, I
so
give it up.
you know, I can cancel my personal game from.
And
May,
when
how are you
can't-
doing on? How are you doing on Thursday?
I run a regular game on Thursday.
But May, how is Thursday for you?
It works for me. I can make Thursdays work without a problem.
Okay, is that
Joseph.
Thursday?
I don't actually. I'm sorry, I lied. I can't do Thursday.
Okay, so let's go back to the sec. We were looking
Well,
at the second, right?
Yeah.
I could
hold
do
on real
Fri-
quick.
Fri-
Friday
Sorry, go
the
ahead.
1st or Saturday the 2nd are totally open.
Saturday the 2nd is a great day for me.
I can do the second without any
I can do
problem.
this.
Ta-da!
Let's do that. That's our
We're
first
coming
Hey.
full circle. Okay, great. So we're going to do it at the same time. That gives us plenty of time, plus the intervening holidays, to do our homework, which is what do we say? Was familiarizing ourselves with the talents or
Talents?
focuses.
Yeah, well, the talents.
And you're gonna send us some stuff.
You've already done all your focuses.
Mhm.
You're going to have to pick your 2 talents, which can be increasing one from novice to expert, increasing from novice to expert, or choosing a new one. You can choose an entirely new talent. Note that they do have requirements, like you have to have certain things to get a lot of them.
Gotcha,
Oh.
gotcha.
Like Bootlegger has a requirement of intelligent streetwise focus. Now, if you want to retroactively go back and change one of the focuses you just bought to be able to get a talent, fine with that. Just again, if you can list everything that you do, all the changes you make to your character on the persona sheet under character notes, that would be fantastic.
Cool.
And then you also get a specialization and a bond increase, but we'll again, I'll send you instructions on that. So we'll do it.
All right. So the Cthulhu Awakens actual play session 1
Mhm.
will be on Saturday, December 2nd.
Yes.
And it will.
Gathering.
Oh wait, you said December 2nd? No.
I
Yeah.
s-
No.
Just joking. Just joking.
I was about to shoot you, Joe.
I'm
We know
such
which
a
character's
sucker.
lying.
I totally
You are.
believed you.
Yeah, I
did
was
too.
seriously. I was like, okay, well, let's do that again then.
I
But
know who
Ian
I'm
was
killing
like,
first.
I'm killing Yeah, I was going to say, Ian's like, I'm killing Felix.
Wait a minute.
Oh, poor Felix. We loved that guy.
I did
Whatever
promise
happened to
him
him?
someone dies this game, so
So we're
Wait,
saying
what?
5 p.m. Pacific. What was that?
nothing.
Huh?
Ben, you heard that, right? Yeah, Shoshi, did you hear like that? Keep hearing like, if you even make it, these little quick
I
little
was like, dang.
threats. So 5 p.m. Pacific,
8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Mm.
Yeah, for like 2 hours, right? Is that roughly what we do?
Hey, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think,
All right.
yeah. So
I-
two.
I could go earlier if that's easier for people.
I
know
could go
some
earlier
people have
too.
kids that it might be hard to be up, but
Is
from
it better
8
to
to
go
10.
later for folks, or is it better to go?
Yeah,
on
which is
Sunday,
better.
on a Saturday, on the weekends, I'm pretty open. So if
Yeah.
you want to go
I think
earlier,
May's the one with would that be better earlier?
So 8 would be better for me only because I can make sure they're getting bathed and mostly got their crap together because they don't have school, but I need to make sure their little stinky
Yeah.
boy butts get washed. So
Fair enough.
Hose them down. Hose them down. There you go.
5 is great for me. That's great.
Okay, so we'll do 5 to 7. We'll kind of play around with that. And great. I'm gonna add everybody to the meeting, and then we'll just do the same kind of setup here. This is great.
Right. And the good thing about Sarities is that I'm not no one's in a rush to get off. Unless you have a party or something to go to. Or...
Yep.
Sure. Hey, Sundance asked real quick, is this a continuation from the previous series? It is the character's sort of continuation, evolution.
There will be connections. There are connections between this one and what occurs. It's gonna be a very different kind of story. It's gonna take place in the Caribbean.
Nice.
You could get a Caribbean vacation. You're gonna relax on the beach.
Look. Ava's gonna be excited. She Creole, so she's gonna be like, "Hey, hey."
It's gonna like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I think it's gonna blow Sophie's mind, who's like only ever seen upstate New York and New York City.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Some fish out of water fun, and I think Jason will just be like,
that ocean looks so different than it does from Coney Island.
You can see
it's actually blue water. Yeah, it's actually
where's all the garbage?
Why is it not brown and thick?
Right.
I didn't know water was that color.
Voodoo zombies,
and not a corpse floating anywhere. Wow, that's just wild.
That's gonna be awesome.
Wait, Jersey? What? We talking about New Jersey now? Wait, what?
That's right. Yeah.
Look, I am from Philadelphia. We know about bodies in the water. That's all.
That's right. People like to swim.
What in Philadelphia? No.
We're getting the creepy on. I like that. All right. So I think that's about it. Ian, you got anything else you want to share?
No, I'm excited. This is going to be.
I am too.
A lot of fun. And so I don't know if we said Troy posted the link to the previous ones too. So if
I did. Yeah.
Come in late and if you want to go back and watch Revelations of the Bacchae, it's there for you to watch. And
I might even encourage you to, if you've got questions, make clips and share them via the as a YouTube short or as a as a note or whatever they call that. Which, but share clip particularly funny parts. I do recall being amused and laughing through many of the moments that we shared, or even some more serious stuff to kind of jog our memory, because I will not be watching every single one of those again, but I will watch a couple anyway.
Did we do costumes?
We did. I think everybody sort of dressed the part. Okay. So if you can do that, great. If you can't,
yay!
I've got a Hawaiian T-shirt with bananas on it.
That's perfect.
Bro, I got a 1950s Hawaiian dress from back in the day that had all those cute like leaves and like.
Right.
You have to stand up to show that off.
I gotta go find a nice coconut. Nice. I gotta find a nice coconut for my wine that I'll be drinking profusely.
Actually, no. I need one as Ava just throw it on.
Yeah, I'm talking about Troy, but
we need little umbrellas.
That's what we do. We need little party umbrellas. I love it.
I have my cup for this. I'm ready. All right.
I thought you were gonna bring it up. I have my cup. Some luck on the nose would be a nice touch. Sundance, I will do that for you. A little zinc.
That would be amazing.
Awesome. All
right.
Right.
Well, some Miskatonic University's stuff again.
Swimwear? No.
Miskatonic University stuff. T-shirt again.
Look, Ava's gonna be like, "Is it warm? Bikini time. Bikini time."
Nice. All right. Well, we're already getting into our summer fun. Sun's out, buns out, and I think we're good to go. Hey, I gotta say real quick, I you don't know what you miss until you get to get to hang out again, and I really am gonna enjoy hanging out with you, crew. It'll be fun.
Ditto.
It's gonna be a blast.
Until it's
absolutely not. Cool. All right. Well, we feel like we're done. What was I know? Right? Did you say it again?
He's just sliding it in, like.
I know.
Sliding them in while we're having a good time, and I'm like, "What?" He's
like, "Oh, we're gonna have a good time. Enjoy it while it lasts." What? It's like, wait a minute, yeah, you're gonna die. What? Come on, man.
That is awesome.
Enjoy the first hour. What?
Yeah, awesome. All right, cool. All right, friends, we did it. Ciao, everybody. Have a great evening and the rest of your week, and we'll see you. We'll see you in December. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.